Lori from Prairie Scraps. Sorry, I'm off camera, but I wanted to show you today. I haven't been on for a while. I took a break at Christmas and then just haven't gotten back. But this is a video today that I am getting ready for spring planting. And I figured with the coronavirus, everybody's staying in, maybe somebody would like to see how I make they're basically free pots for planting my seeds. And you can see this is the tray. I have 5 across pots and then 10 going this way. So that would be 50 pots in a tray. These are the trays I pick up about $2 to $3. I get them in Ace Hardware in the garden center. Sometimes you can pick them up I guess I picked them up anywhere, but I look for the bigger ones. These are about, about 10 inches across, and I would say about 22 inches long. They're a larger tray, and then my trays are getting so ratty and kind of falling apart. You can see it's falling apart here. I have it inside one of the flats that you get with plants in the spring. It just helps stabilize it because they're kind of a cheap tray. I don't even remember. Sometimes they come with lids. I don't use the lids at all. If I need to have something germinate, I'll just put saran wrap over the top to keep it in until we get it germinated. But the other things you'll need to make these pots for gardening, for your starts, are I have this little wood pot maker, and I haven't been able to find this exact one, but I will put a link below for Amazon. I did find one a year ago and got one for a gift for a friend. Actually, this one is called Pot Maker, is the trademark on it. But there are some other brands. I like the wooden ones, and it's got a base and then a top that looks like this. And this is the best tool I've ever purchased for all of my gardening, really, one of the best tools. And I absolutely love this because I have made probably thousands of pots. I've had this one at least 12 years. It looks kind of rough around the edges. It came nice, beautiful, stained, everything. But over the years, in fact, in one move, the 2 parts got separated, and I went a whole year without making pots because I couldn't find both parts. And all of a sudden, we found them both in unpacking, and I was so excited because I was afraid I was going to have to buy a new one. So anyway, the pot maker is what I use to do it. And then you need old newspapers. I prefer these smaller ones. Our local newspaper is a smaller newspaper, but you could use the longer ones too. And then of course you'll need your soil. And I got potting soil at Costco, the great big bag. So all I do for doing this is I'll take this, or it's folded in half, and I kind of line everything up. And then I fold this in thirds, the short way. So 1/3 here, and then I'll fold this one back. So they're kind of the same. This is kind of not exact. The size that I make what I'm trying to make are these strips. And the strips are 3.5 by 11. So they don't have to be that exact measurement. Like I said, if they're longer, that's fine. Then what I do is, this is kind of like making those fans in grade school. I just fold it like this, and then I take my scissors and I cut along all the folded edges on both sides so that I can have the strips. This makes it easier. They're kind of straight. They don't have to be perfect. Doesn't matter. They're going into your garden. And that's the great thing about it, is the newspaper disintegrates into your garden. And then I'll go through and cut on the folds, the original fold that was on the end. And so I get all these nifty strips like this. So the way that you make the pot is you take your this round portion, the bulb part, in your hand, and I put my thumb on one edge and I just wrap this around really nice and tight. If it gets loose, it doesn't work. So you have to do it tight, and then I hold my thumb on there to hold that, and then I'll fold this end down like this so that it's kind of all folded to the center. There's an indent in the end, so it kind of fits in there. And then I just take this indented part of the second piece and put it in there, and I push really hard and kind of slide it around so I'm getting all those corners creased. And then you just pull it off and you've got your perfect little pot. Isn't that awesome? So I just sit and make a whole bunch of them. I made a bunch this morning right in front of the TV. Not hard to do, something very mindless. Like I said, I needed 50 pots for one tray, and I usually end up doing like 3 trays of starts in the spring. So that's how simple it is. Then all I do to fill it, I have to put my gloves on because I have allergies to soil, if you can believe that. Let's get that out of the way. Then what I do to fill it, I just hold it real gently because these are a little bit on the fragile side once you get them made. I'll just hold it like this so that my hand is on the bottom and pour some soil into it. I do it loosely to the top. I don't push it down or anything. So there you go. That's what it looks like. And then I put them all in dry with dry soil to start with until I got the whole thing started. These trays do have ridges going along the bottom so that the water doesn't just sit in them. And then then I'll go through and I'll plant one seed in every single one. And once I get that done, I'll kind of fill it with water. From here on out, once I use water poured in there, I just need to spritz it because it actually keeps moisture really well. And I don't usually have to transplant again before putting them in the garden. These can go directly in the garden. The pot stays with it. Sometimes the paper's really disintegrating, so it doesn't end up going in very nicely, but I put it in there because it all does biodegrade, and it's a real natural way. And like I said, except for the potting soil, it's pretty much free. The pot maker, I think, was around $20. I don't know. I will put it up on a link down below, so make sure you share this video and save it, and follow me. So it's Prairie Scraps, and I apologize, I haven't been around since Christmas. I really haven't been doing anything crafty or anything to show you how to make since Christmas, but I'm excited to get going with spring. The sun is shining and we have great weather here, so this is the first starting your seeds. Thanks for joining me.